And I'm Rick Dancer. We're here at the Barn Light talking with Brittany Quick-Warner, the Director of Business Advocacy for the Eugene Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to talk about Mupte today. There's a lot of misconceptions about what it is and what it's not, and the City Council is looking at some possible changes to Mupte, and the downtown businesses are concerned about that.
Yeah, definitely. So Mupte is a multi-unit property tax exemption. So the tool is intended to help encourage multi-unit housing development in areas of the community that we want it in. So in our case, we really want multi-unit housing, apartments and condos in our downtown core. And so Mupte is a tool that we have, an economic development tool, to encourage developers to put that housing downtown.
And we have seen great success with that in downtown Eugene.
Yeah, we have. There's some really great buildings that would not have been built without this tool. So the Tate is a great apartment complex in the downtown area. Broadway Place apartments were built with some Mupte, with a Mupte multi-unit tax exemption. Two really good examples of development that worked and it brought people downtown to live so they can work here and shop here, and all the reasons why we deserve and need Mupte.
And the Capstone project was also one that was used Mupte and did end up, and it's very controversial with some people, but it did end up bringing about 1,000 people into downtown Eugene, which is kind of what we've been talking about ever since I've lived in this community, is to get people downtown.
Right, so so Capstone, kind of whatever opinion you have of how it turned out, it ended up accomplishing what its goal was, and that was bringing thousands of people downtown to live. And the property tax exemption, if that property would not have been built, it was sitting vacant for 40 years with just a small development on it. So the amount of property taxes that we're going to get out of the Capstone development versus what would have or would not have been there before is invaluable to the community. I mean, it's a investment tenfold what we put in there. So I think that the program has its ups and downs, but the new revised program is addressing some of those things. So they've spent a couple years looking at it and trying to figure out what didn't go very well and trying to make some adjustments.
Also, a hearing is coming up that we really want to encourage people to go to, and we don't have a firm date yet, but we'll be watching it. What is it supposed to be?
Yeah, we assume that it'll be on June 15th, and the importance of that hearing is that our City Council needs to hear from the community that, hey, we support you in voting to keep this tool around. We think that the outcome of using Mupte is what our community wants and needs, and so as our city councilor, we want you to vote yes for this, and we want you to make sure that the tool isn't so restrictive that development isn't going to happen without it. So we need people to show up and say that, because we haven't been voicing that opinion.
And it does matter. I mean, we're finally seeing some success in downtown Eugene, and you don't want to see that stop with all these young entrepreneurs coming and locating, like here at the Barn Light and all around here.
Yeah, we want that housing down here. We want people to live in downtown, and it's going to help just continue that revitalization. And we're not quite to the tipping point where I think things will just start happening on their own. We've sort of seen a lull in development for several years downtown, and we need this tool to just kick that back up again.
Brittany, thank you so much.